Sarah Huckabee Sanders was one of many people who, of course, got to speak this week at the Republican National Convention. But during her speech, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the governor of Arkansas, even though she has no business being the governor of Arkansas, decided to issue what I can only perceive to be a threat against the United States when she warned us, ominously enough, that Trump isn't finished with America yet. Now, here's the full context of what she said. They attack you because you're good at your job. She's talking about the media. And trust me, there is nobody that's been in that room all week that's good at their job. They attack you because you're good at your job. That's the Donald Trump I know and will always respect. The left doesn't care about empowering women. President Trump believes in empowering every American and that our country is worth fighting for. America was safer, talking about under Trump. The world was safer. It felt like the next generation would have a chance at the American dream. President Trump did the job that Kamala won't and Joe Biden simply can't. Every American knows we were better off under President Trump. No, they don't. And then, of course, she referenced what happened this past Saturday. We are not called to stand still in the face of great danger. You and I were put on this earth at this moment in time to charge boldly ahead. We can't know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future in his hands. God spared Trump because God isn't finished with him yet, and he isn't finished with America yet either. With God as our guide and President Trump back in the White House, we will show the world that America is the place where freedom reigns and liberty will never die. Trump isn't finished with America. Now, she obviously did not mean that as a threat, but millions of Americans do see that as a threat. But before I even get there, let me talk, like God spared Donald Trump, she said. So God looked down at that rally on Saturday and let an innocent man die and move Donald Trump's head slightly to the correct side. So God said, Corey Compratore, you have to die. But not our good little Donald Trump there, right? God's perfect idiot. You can't think that God saved Trump and then not act like that also means that God chose Mr. Compratore to die, okay? That is a horrible statement to make, by the way, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. A family is in mourning. A part of them is now gone that will never be replaced. And you're like, God spared Trump. A man is dead, and you don't seem to give a shit about that. You disgusting, deplorable human being. And as for your statement that Trump's not finished with America yet, you tell me this, America was safer. The hell we were. We had foreign leaders, foreign dictators, who had Donald Trump in the palm of their hand. There was still turmoil in the Middle East. Not to mention the fact that we had domestic terrorism happen. We had far more mass shootings back then. Not that we don't have a ton today, but America was not better. America was not safer. And I love the fact that all of these Republicans who talk about how great America was under Trump, they never actually specify anything. They always speak in vague terms. It was safer. It was better. We were happier. How? Why? Tell us. Give us examples. Name things that Donald Trump actually did that made the country better. That if Trump had not been there to do the thing, would not have already happened. None of them can do it because it doesn't exist. They keep talking about Trump's not done with America. We saw what he did. Record job losses, downplaying a pandemic that killed hundreds of thousands of people while he was still president, targeting his enemies, vilifying the press to the point that his own supporters wanted to kill them and actually attempted to do so. That's not an America that I want to return back to. But apparently for Republicans, that is their dream. And that is what they're pushing on all of us. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.